Okay, guys, here we are. Shangri-La. I believe if we truly stick together, we can power through this map. We can power through this episode. I have mixed opinions about Shangri-La. This video is titled Shangri-La Aged Well. So I am curious to see what Mr. Tim Hansen has to say about this map. Welcome back to the channel, guys. If you're new here, we do a lot of zombies content over here. So if that's something you're interested in, consider subscribing, guys. Let's hop right into this.
Shangri-La, the Notorious. The map that gave each and every single one of us a heart attack.
I like how immediately off the bat, that is my emotion, just... Shangri-La. Where to even begin with this map?
Back in 2011. Shangri-La was regarded as one of the worst zombies maps of all time, certainly in Black Ops 1. It was hated, people couldn't wrap their minds around it, people couldn't force themselves to enjoy it. Many players simply hated this map, and the ones who did enjoy it preferred other maps anyways. Shangri-La left a nasty scar in zombies.
I am emotionally confused about this
one. As time has progressed, with hindsight on our side now, we can see that Shangri-La was a much better map than we had appreciated it. Over the years, this map has evolved from an irritating, stupidly difficult map to an important and fun challenge. Shangri-La aged particularly well. We're going to be analyzing it, what it did right, what it did wrong, and everything in between. Guys, real quick, let me clear the elephant out of the room. I haven't been uploading a lot. Like, at all. So, I apologize for...
Hey, me neither. I apologize for that, too. But it seems like me and Tim are always on the same page here. But,
that I posted on
he's
YouTube.
right. I mean, this was one of the maps that kind of, like, switched it up. Like, we had, like, kind of like the easier ones beforehand. And then, boom, Shangri-La right in your face. Something hard to just, like... wake you up, like, here's a different zombies experience that we haven't been through yet.
Make sure to go follow me on Twitter to keep updated with this kind of stuff. I always tell you what's going on if I'm not uploading. Nearly 100% of my focus has been on closing out school so I can graduate high school and have a peaceful, relaxing summer of YouTube. That, tagged along with a lot of personal issues, is why I haven't been uploading a lot for the past 2 weeks. Hopefully you guys understand. The uploads will still be a little slow moving forward until about May 30th when I graduate. Things will get back on track though, so thanks for your patience. Why is Shangri-La so
challenging? All of these maps are on a playlist, so we can just do them at our own free will.
Challenging, and more specifically, why was Shangri-La regarded as such a poor map? There isn't one simple answer. It's a culmination of things. The root of the problem starts with Shangri-La.
I'm going to say right off the bat that it's because of the tight, like, spaces. There's no good place to train. Like, everything is out to kill you. The boss zombies are ridiculous. I'm just excited to hear what he has to say as to why it got good, because still, in my opinion, I don't ever load into Shangri-La simply just because I don't enjoy the experience.
Design. The first instantly noticeable thing about this map is how tight and compressed it is, how close quarters it is. You feel like everything is closing in on you. Quite literally, you are walking through the tunnels of an ancient temple. And of course, any map this tight
it's freaking hard.
Survival. Not to mention, there isn't one single viable training area. Yes, you can make some areas work, for example, down where the MPL is, but there isn't one definitive training area that you can say, I am confident in. A lot of the other BO1 maps were very noob-friendly and had a ton of space to work with. Kino had a couple of great training areas, Ascension had half a dozen of them, and Moon was also a very spacious map. Shangri-La, however, doesn't have an iconic training spot. It doesn't have much space to work with. You are very limited, which of course makes it very difficult, but also annoying for lots of people. And to topple this very narrow map, the gameplay is also pretty difficult. The wonder weapon of this map, the 3179 JGB215, aka the baby gun, is
okay, but the baby gun is boss. I love that thing, man. It is so hilarious. Oh god, it's such a funny, like, quirky thing that they threw into zombies randomly. I mean, you have all these wonder weapons that were doing, like, I mean, I guess not all these wonder weapons, but a few wonder weapons that were doing, like, ridiculous damage, sort of. But then you got the baby gun that's just kind of like, wait, what is this thing?
Great wonder weapon. Statistically, one of the best, but practically not a sound weapon. It's my personal favorite wonder weapon, and it pains me to say this, but it's very dangerous to use. You shoot a horde of zombies and turn them into tinier zombies, and you can kick them around, which is great, but they can still do damage to you. Individually, a minuscule amount of damage, but altogether it can be dangerous if you're not careful. It's not a thunder gun.
I was going to say, objectively, it's a dangerous wonder weapon, because yes, it turns them all into babies, but they could still do damage to you, and you have to run back into the horde. So, like, you shoot the horde of zombies, they turn into babies, then you got to run into that horde to kick them all out of the way, which is slightly dangerous, running back into the horde that you're trying to run away from.
Zombies. It's a strategic weapon that needs to be...
Hold on, let me check the settings here. We're in... Okay. It's just it's
meticulously
once we get
used
through these
to get the
old
best
maps,
of it, to get its
I feel
fullest
like the picture
potential.
quality
What we've
will
got
get
so
better.
far is a tight map and a risky
Throws
wonder
me off
weapon.
every time.
But wait, there's more. To add another level of irritation and another layer of challenge come in the boss zombies. Did you want to be able to pick up your drops without having to worry about them disappearing? Well, too fucking bad. The monkeys steal your drops.
It's always monkeys, dude. It's always monkeys. We got the Ascension monkeys. We got the Shangri-La monkeys. Fuck monkeys.
Every single drop throughout the entirety of the game, relentlessly. These monkeys are the epitome of irritation. They are a constant nuisance that you cannot dismiss. If you shoot the monkey before it gets to your drop, another one will spawn in.
I will not dismiss the
another one will
monkeys.
spawn in, and so on until
F
the drop
those guys.
disappears. If you pick up the drop, a monkey will still chase after you and try to hit you, and will likely fuck up the momentum of your
Now,
train.
if you're really good, when the monkey comes to pick up the thing, pick up your power up, whether it be like an insta kill and you want to max ammo, while he's running away with it, as most of you guys know, it kind of cycles through the different power ups. So if you know how to manipulate the game, you could kill that monkey, get your max ammo.
Small targets, very difficult to shoot, and are the physical embodiment of inconvenient. They just add another layer of stress. Now, thankfully, they can be taken advantage of. See, when the monkeys grab your drops, there will be a cycle of them above it. If you shoot the monkey when the one you want pops above it, you can take it. If a monkey steals a max ammo, you can also use this to get a free perk, so it's not all bad.
I feel like I always rush to say, like, I feel like when we're doing these videos, I always say something that's on my mind, and then, like, literally in the next paragraph, Tim says it in his words. It's hilarious how we're always on the same page.
Got enough on your plate? Well, make room, because you got two more boss zombies to worry about. The Shrieker and the Napalm zombies. The Shrieker zombies simply blind.
Which is worse? Leave it in the comment. Napalm zombies or the Shriekers? I gotta know. Me personally, Shriekers.
Which is of course very irritating, but can be killed very easily, and can also be taken advantage of by blinding nearby zombies when killing it. The Napalm zombie is much deadlier. See, if you're near this thing and it explodes and you don't have Jug,
so you could just
you're a goner.
distance.
If you do have Jug, it can take about half your health, and the flames may take the rest. Again, this boss can be used to your advantage. You can use it as a fire trap. It does kill other zombies, which is cool, and, you know, individually, these bosses aren't the worst. But the problem is, they spawn in too frequently, a minimum of once per round, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it is.
It is
and
a
sometimes
lot.
even twice, maybe 3 times, it
is
gets
a lot.
irritating. So now what you're dealing with is a tight map with
It's like George in our last episode. It's like George in Call of the Dead, where he's just there, always. Stop.
A wonder weapon, and 3 different types of boss zombies that spawn in frequently in large quantities. Smarter players can take advantage of these bosses, but it's easier said than done, especially when training. These are the reasons why Shangri-La is so challenging, and to many, just irritating. And that's excluding the plethora of minor inconveniences on this map. The only traps on this map work against the player and not the zombies. The spikes constantly get in the way. The mud slows you to a shambling speed. There's a couple of water patches that slow you down, and the only way you can pack a punch on this map is by having every player in your game simultaneously stand on one of the 4 stones, which...
Leave a like if you've played Shangri-La 4-player and you just couldn't get backup on the setup because no one's working together.
If you're unable to communicate with your team very well or at all, proves impossible. Shangri-La has so many inconveniences, so many irritating features, and is overall just a very challenging map.
Yes,
the community absolutely despised this map back in 2011, but
I still despise this map. I have not moved on.
As time went on, maps became more and more complex in terms of setting up. The quests became longer and longer to achieve Pack-a-Punch, power, wonder weapon, buildable specialists, everything. New elements to zombies were added, and the processes to get them became more and more extraneous. BO3 Zombies is a perfect example. After working tirelessly to set up on a map, you now have access to a lot of overpowered weapons. Having these very powerful wonder weapons and specialists, combined with having Gobblegum, combined with being able to double upgrade your weapons that serve infinite damage, make Black Ops 3 zombies and next-gen zombies in general just very easy for high rounds. Setting up takes a while and can be difficult, but once you get to that point, you are a god. I may be confusing you, here's what I'm trying to say. High rounds in modern-day zombies are just too easy. You know, you have these Gobblegum, Elixir, double pack...
He's right. High rounding nowadays is pretty easy. I'm not a high rounder myself, so I don't spend too much time doing that, but I can see like logically and statistically where it has become easier over the years and over the map cycles to do that, which I think is okay. I think that Shangri-La was really just a punch to the nuts.
A punch. Everything about modern day zombies is very
fine
easy for
map,
high
but
rounds.
it's
Again,
hard,
setting up
dude.
can be a bitch,
And
but once you get to that point, you're good. This is
hard
the
map, I
exact
know it doesn't make a
opposite
bad
of
map,
old
but
zombies. Old zombies
it's
was very
frustrating
easy
to
to
play
set
this
up,
map.
but the high rounds were always very difficult because you didn't have all of these overpowered features. You relied on you and a pack-a-punched weapon that oftentimes shat out on round 40. After mindlessly high rounding on the Giant or Eisendrache, Revelations, pretty much any next-gen map, we begin to miss the challenge. We begin to miss the bare bones
that's
feeling of what
true.
zombies once was, which is where Shangri-La steps back into the picture. Shangri-La is a bare bones high round experience.
is.
Now, of course, there's the remaster of Shangri-La.
You want
in
a challenge, you're going to Shangri-La. I mean, like, there's this one time a couple years ago. It's on my channel if you guys want to go check it out. But there's this one time I was streaming, I was doing Ascension, and one of my viewers, I think it was my buddy Seababble. I'm pretty sure. If you're watching this, shout out to you, my guy. I know you're watching this. Shout out to you, my guy. But he was just like, yo, I will I'll gift you five subs if you make it. I don't even remember what round it was on Shangri-La, but I was just like, bet we're doing this. I never play Shangri-La, but bet we're doing this. So if you want a challenge, Shangri-La is the play.
And BO3,
Shangri-La
which you can choose
is
to
the
play.
play.
But I'm talking about BO1 here. Nowadays, with high rounds being so easy, we miss a map like Shangri-La that offers a challenge, a severely difficult high round attempt. Shangri-La is not a map that you can grab a thunder gun on, find a reliable training area, and get to round 100 easily. Like I said earlier, Shangri-La is a very compressed map with a very risky wonder weapon. There are many different bosses.
A lot of people train, I think, what perk is in that room? Is it stamina? It's inside. It's where I think it's where the Sentex grenades are. If there is,
and minor details you constantly have to pay attention to. Every stroke, every single movement on Shangri-La is important. There's no lightning bow to camp in a corner with. There's no lunar lander to train around. And there's no electric trap you can even send the zombies through. It is very bare bones. Shangri-La, once deemed as a very irritating and annoying challenge, all of a sudden became an essential challenge. It became a map that we could look back on and enjoy for its challenge rather than be pissed off about it. As zombies became easier and easier over time, Shangri-La aged better and better. Shangri-La rattles your confidence. It's one of the very few maps that you hop on and realize you're probably not going to get to round 50, especially if you're with a group of people. The map becomes clustered, chaotic.
It is an randoms. Good luck on Shangri-La because you're going to need Pack-a-Punch, and if you're in a group of randoms, Pack-a-Punch is not going to happen. I'm just saying.
Absolute fuckfest. And Shangri-La's challenge isn't the only thing that people admire about it. There's something to be said about the atmosphere. It is simply the most beautiful map ever created. It's a legendary shrine.
A lot of people will argue that Shangri-La is the most beautiful map ever created, and while it is beautiful, like, I honestly, like, every time I load into Shangri-La, it's not often, but when I do, it's breathtaking. It's just like, wow, this actually looks really good. The lighting, all the foliage, and just like the skybox, all of it, it's all good. But to say it's the most beautiful map ever created, I think is an overstatement, because in my opinion, Shadows of Evil takes the cake for most beautiful map that we have to this date. I love Shadows of Evil and the atmosphere that it gives. There's just something so cool about that. That's probably a subjective opinion, but so clean.
Lost in an exotic jungle, lush wilderness, beautiful colors.
It's not
Shangri-La is a very bright and
this is a
aesthetically
beautiful
pleasing
map.
And
It's a great looking map
upon spawning in. It gives you that Temple of Doom sort of feeling as well while walking through the tunnels,
like an Indiana Jones sort of feel.
The caved-in walls, the rubble. Everything about this map makes you feel like you're lost, which you truly are. And paired with the lush wilderness here in the Himalayas, not in Mars, it's also cool to see the Asian culture exuded as well. In fact, the zombies are actually the locals of the area. Another admirable feature of this map is, of course, the lore behind it. The fascinating tale of Brock and Gary, two British explorers exploring the temple. The two get trapped within the depths of these tunnels. The Ultimus crew then works to save them from their untimely deaths by rewinding back in time to save them in various different ways, and eventually unearth the focusing stone for Richtofen's grand scheme. Paired with the golden rod, he is able to swap souls with Samantha on Moon. By
some of these older maps, I haven't got the pleasure of doing the Easter egg for, which, like, even though back then they were kind of straightforward and, you know, I mean, not much of a challenge, they still, I think, are an essential part to the story. Shangri-La fortunately, I have done the Easter egg for Shangri-La, and I gotta say that eclipse step where it goes nighttime, very cool, very cool. I think that's the first time that we see like a day or a time cycle. What is it called? Like a day-night cycle in these maps. I think that is so cool.
Retrieving the focusing stone, you complete the main
Shangri-La
Easter
has
egg.
some
It's certainly
cool
one of the
hidden
more
stuff.
fascinating
And like you
pieces
just said, the
of the zombie storyline. It's compelling,
So good.
mysterious, and unique. We don't know much about Brock and Gary, but we know a bare minimum to actually care about them and want to dig and actually want to help them. The Easter egg can be difficult depending on who you're playing with, but is a generally pleasant ending and a generally pleasant Easter egg. Yes, sometimes when playing this map, it just feels like a giant kick in the balls. It's filled to the brim with inconvenience.
Literally. I mean, that's what we said at the beginning of the video. Shangri-La was a kick to the nuts for sure. Actually, I think I said it was a punch to the nuts, but still, the fact that he said that, dude, I'm telling you.
And it is
Shout
easily,
out Tim
without
Hansen,
question,
go check
one
out
of the
his
most
channel,
challenging
dude.
maps of all time. For many
I feel like
people,
we're always
it's the
saying
reason
the
why
same
they don't
shit
like
in
the
this
map
video,
at
like-
all. And for others, it's the exact
In these
reason why they
videos, I
do
mean.
like it. As a community, we've grown fond of what Shangri-La has to offer. We take it for what it is and just enjoy it. It's not a mindless high round attempt. Training on this map is a craft you could honestly master. It
which I
requires
like,
skill
because Ascension is a high round attempt. Like, you load into Ascension with the goal to go to the highest round possible. At least that's what I do. Shangri-La, when again, I don't load in often, but when I do, when I load into Shangri-La, I know I'm going into Shangri-La for the experience. It's going to be hard, but there's going to be a lot of running around, cool stuff to look at, beautiful map.
It requires thought. It requires
it's more of an
actual
experience. I like
and
it.
legitimate strategy. Personally, Shangri-La is one of my favorite maps. I love the story of Brock and Gary. I love the atmosphere, and I love the challenge this map offers. There was a point in time where
Not
I
one of my
absolutely
favorites.
despised this map, but as time progressed, I, and a lot of others I'm willing to bet, truly started to enjoy this map after all of these easy experiences we receive nowadays. In my opinion, it's underappreciated. It's beautiful, it's unique, it's Shangri-La, one of my favorite maps of all time, and I think it aged very well. Of course, let me know what you think of Shangri-La down in the comment
I think
section.
it
I'm
did
willing to
age
bet
pretty well,
that it's going to be
too.
very polarizing. A lot of people just don't, a lot of people just do like it. You know, I don't think there's
You know,
many in-betweens. Guys, guess what? I have merch. If you purchase any, send me a picture of it on Twitter, either the purchase or you actually wearing it. I will follow...
I've purchased Tim Hansen merch before. All these posters were ordered off of his channel about a year ago or something like that. But guys, I think
and I will love you more than I
here.
already do because, well,
is
I love all of
cool.
you for watching this
there
to the
anything
channel,
else
so
about
thank you very
Shang?
much. Guys, leave a like if
Yeah.
you enjoyed this video. And
No, that's it. That's Shangri-La, guys. I think that was an excellent and fair way of describing it. I don't agree that. Well, I guess he said it is polarizing. So it's like you either like it or you don't. So I am still riding the bandwagon. I'm not too huge of a fan of Shangri-La. I will play it for, like I said, for a challenge every now and then. But as far as just casually loading into it, meh, not so much. You're not going to see me on Shangri-La all that much. But guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you liked this, leave a like. Let me know down in the comments. You know, if you're new here, would love to hear from you guys. Would love to have you as part of the fam. Consider subscribing. Again, I say it in every video. Go check out Tim's channel so that he gets that credit for these videos too, because these are his. We're just reacting. Guys, we're going to start posting more gameplay here soon, but... we are coming to, well, I guess we're not really coming to a close on these retrospectives. We're still on BO1, so I cannot wait to move into BO2. Those are going to be some fun ones to review, so subscribe if you guys want to, if you want to see that. So anyways, guys, peace out, and we'll see you in the next one, guys.